Video, home of Thursday Night Football, welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
To win games, you have to win the game, not lose the game. I hold all responsibility for all things.
I fell into a burning ring of fire.
Nice move, zigging and zagging, tough running.
And the flames went higher.
Josh Allen, can you say MVP?
What a throw by Tua Tagovailoa. Wow.
The Bills, stunning comeback win.
Tyreek Hill being killed once again. Jalen Waddle. Oh, the Penguin is back in the end zone. What a catch and run by James Cook.
Danny Marino is back. What a great ball by Kelly.
The Dolphins have completed the greatest season in NFL history. Where else would you rather be than right here, right now?
And the flames went higher, and it burned.
Ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one.
Set to kick off.
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
You want to talk about a driven player, partner. This guy is absolutely that person. He doesn't just have goals in this game. He wants to be remembered among the best to play the position, and he treats every game as an audition for that. It's a lofty goal to set for yourself, but we've seen his drive lead to some impressive games from him. Perhaps another one is in store today.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First down.
Now Tua on the bootleg here. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. You look at this Buffalo defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Well, this defense for the Bills, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They'll go. H-in. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I don't believe that that was called right here in the moment. I believe this was called during practice this week, that he was going to decide to be aggressive even on his own side of the field.
Just you mean because it's the opening drive? Maybe they had this scripted?
I think that he just talked about it with his team and said, listen, I'm confident in you. If we end up in this situation, we'll go for it early just to set a tone in this game.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Miami.
Back to the ground, Achane. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a night.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Matt Milano able to record his 5th sack of the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here? Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. Commanding the offense will be the 7th overall pick of the 2018 draft. It's Josh Allen.
And prior to last season, his team asked him to put everyone on his back and carry them to success, and he did exactly that. Now, at this point in his career, all he cares about is postseason success and finding a way to get his team to a Super Bowl.
There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 13 carries, 68 yards.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Bills at 2-0 here to begin the season. Now off to exactly the start you're hoping for. Nothing for the fan base to complain about, at least not yet.
I like the way that you phrased that. Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a long ways to go. But they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way if they stay in that mode throughout the season.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen Finding Knox there, complete. So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Back to the ground, Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
And that is incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
For the field goal, a 59-yard attempt.
And the kick for the 41-year-old is up and good. And the Bills are going to tie the game at 3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And Waddle going to have a Dolphins first down as he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
First down. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Dolphins.
Up the middle, Achane. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Two are going to throw. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Miami.
Achane on the counter. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
First down.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. They also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Gregory Rousseau just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
a tight one after one on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down coming up. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throw caught by Achane. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. So on fourth down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bills offense headed out, and they, of course, are in their NFL rivalry-inspired uniforms. They call these the cold front, white on white. They are sharp. You're not going to find snow in Buffalo in Week 5 typically, but I tell you, the snow and the cold is such a big part of what it means to be a Bills fan and a Bills player that this uniform set really captures that idea nicely. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Coleman. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
And the Bills, first down.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
That's caught by Kincaid, working the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that sack.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. To throw, it's Allen. It's caught by Coleman. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, first and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And again, it's Allen. Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Keon Coleman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Prater for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown.
Set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
We'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. Running right, here's Achane. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. In motion, the tight end. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here are the Bills to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook. And he stopped immediately there. Tyrell Dodson, the one to bring him down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Allen off the play fake. He's able to get it to Coleman. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Allen now looks to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. And Cook has it left side. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Allen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Prater's kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And Miami's offense set and ready to go. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe somebody to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Here's Achane to start the drive. Nowhere to go that time. Might have got the yard up to the 25.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. On play action, here's Tua. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. He can only get a yard after all that. It's 2nd down. Achane gets it from the gun. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 34. 52 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the...
To a hit, and the ball is out.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to pass. Tua. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Sanders' kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A good pickup there, 22.
First down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On play action, Allen. Now he'll tuck this and run. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Now a 2nd and 2. To the air, Allen. Open man is Palmer. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 30. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 30.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. This taken in by Kincaid. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 5-yard line.
Cook up the gut. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. A final shot before half for Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Keon Coleman as time expires in the first half. And the Bills will extend their lead here just before halftime. So they say no to the field goal try late in the half, and it winds up really paying off as they score on the final play.
Yeah, a little bit of a gamble, but they had some foresight as well because they knew they were going to get the ball to start the third quarter. So they thought to themselves, if we score here, we could double up on back-to-back drives when we start the second half.
Prater on to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3.
Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Gets around him. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
That's good for a Bills. First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, this is Cook. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Again, it's Cook. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Allen going to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at their 49-yard line.
Tap forward by Allen on the jet sweep. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Here's Allen. That's again complete to Palmer. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up fourth down. The Bills send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
A couple of Bills team up to bring him down there.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Only a couple there. It's going to be brought down about the 28. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Tua. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
15 yards. That's good for a Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence the big plays are out there.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and
2. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Bills will move the chains.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Allen off the bootleg. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
He's had a very nice day throwing the football, and I think on this play, he's just trying to buy some time so he can make another big throw downfield. Unfortunately, couldn't connect on that one.
Allen. Now he's going to step up and run. That's caught right side by Palmer. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Palmer, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
The ruling on the field is reversed.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. To throw, it's Allen. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Allen to throw once more. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Prater to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown.
Matt Prater is set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he returns this to the 22. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. In motion goes the tight end. Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
A toss to Cook. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it It's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he is going to have the Bills first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he is going to have a Bills first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
That's another Bills first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Now he'll tuck this and run. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Allen now looks to throw. He'll try to pick it up himself, and not enough on the throw that time as that one is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you?
Touchdown! Keon Coleman, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Bills are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. A partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Extra point good by Prater. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Prater set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Miami set to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down. A run straight ahead with Achane. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Dolphins 16. Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
At the 23.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. From the pistol, they run it with Cook.
And he is going to have a Bills first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Now Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They run it again with Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Let's give a little credit to the defense on that one. They resisted quite well, and that pass fell incomplete. But this ball game for him, that's just a momentary speed bump. He's played awfully well throwing the football.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. In motion is Westbrook-Ikhine. Now Tua going to fake the jet sweep and the handoff as he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Now Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
A gain of 16 yards.
Looking to pass. Tua. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And now leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on it and then let him run.
He's got some space. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Now he's into the clear. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Allen. Shakir hauls it in. Normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's Cook again. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 3rd down and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. That's complete to Palmer. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's good for Bills. First down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
Second and goal at the 10-yard line.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Give to Cook out of the gun. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Whistles now and a timeout. Defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Allen going to throw. He gets it over the middle to Palmer. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a fourth and goal.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Prater's kick is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Miami's offense set and ready to go. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
The swing thrown underneath to Achane. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
Brings up second and a yard at the 30-yard line.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. That one a first down pickup of 8. This was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, and especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
It's so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for Buffalo, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudens. certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Prime Video thanks you for watching this special presentation of the National Football League.